Motivation, that initial spark of inspiration, often feels like the driving force behind our goals. We start with a burst of energy, determined to conquer the world. We imagine the end result, the satisfaction of achievement, and we're ready to take on any challenge. However, reality soon sets in. The initial excitement dwindles and the path to our goals appears longer and more arduous than we anticipated. Motivation, like a flickering flame, begins to fade, leaving us feeling lost and unsure how to proceed. This experience is not unique. Countless individuals embark on journeys of self-improvement, only to find their motivation waning over time. This is because motivation is inherently unreliable, a fleeting emotion that ebbs and flows like the tide. Relying solely on motivation to fuel our endeavors is like building a house on sand. It lacks the stability and strength required for long-term success. To create lasting change, we need a more reliable foundation, a system that supports our efforts even when motivation wanes. Why then do we place so much emphasis on motivation? Why is it often touted as the key to success? One reason is that motivation provides an immediate, albeit temporary, sense of progress. When we feel motivated, we're more likely to take action. We feel a surge of energy and believe we're making headway toward our goals. This feeling of progress, however, can be deceptive. Motivation often leads to sporadic bursts of activity followed by periods of inactivity. We chase the feeling of inspiration rather than focusing on consistent effort. This inconsistent approach creates an illusion of progress, masking the need for sustainable systems. Furthermore, societal narratives often glorify motivation and willpower, portraying successful individuals as those who possess an unwavering drive that propels them forward. This narrative overlooks the importance of systems, habits, and the often invisible work that contributes to lasting change. The truth is, relying solely on motivation sets us up for disappointment. It creates a cycle of starting and stopping, of fleeting enthusiasm followed by disillusionment. To break free from this cycle, we need to shift our focus from seeking motivation to building systems that support our goals, regardless of our emotional state. To understand why motivation is so fleeting, we need to delve into the brain's reward system and the role of dopamine. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter that plays a crucial role in motivation, pleasure, and reward-seeking behavior. When we anticipate or experience something pleasurable, our brain releases dopamine, creating a feeling of satisfaction and driving us to seek out more of that rewarding experience. This mechanism is essential for survival, motivating us to engage in behaviors that promote well-being, such as eating and socializing. However, this same system can work against us when it comes to long-term goals. The dopamine rush we experience from motivation is often short-lived. Once the initial excitement wears off, we're left craving another hit of that feel-good chemical. This can lead to a cycle of procrastination and instant gratification. We seek out activities that provide quick bursts of dopamine, such as scrolling through social media or watching videos, rather than engaging in the sustained effort required for meaningful progress. Understanding the role of dopamine helps us recognize that motivation is not a limitless resource. It's a fleeting neurochemical response that can be both beneficial and detrimental to our goals. By recognizing this, we can start to develop strategies that go beyond seeking fleeting motivation, and instead focus on building sustainable systems for success. If motivation is not the answer, what is? The key to achieving our goals and creating lasting change lies in building systems. Systems are essentially a set of principles, processes, and habits that guide our actions and support our desired outcomes. They provide structure, consistency, and a framework for making progress, even when motivation is lacking. Think of a successful sports team. They don't rely solely on the motivation of individual players. They have coaches, training schedules, playbooks, and a shared vision that guides their efforts. These elements form a system that allows them to perform at a high level, regardless of individual fluctuations in motivation. Similarly, in our own lives, we can create systems that support our goals. These systems can encompass various aspects of our lives, from our morning routines to our work habits to our approach to learning new skills. The beauty of systems is that they reduce our reliance on willpower and motivation. By establishing clear processes and habits, we automate many of our decisions and actions, making it easier to stay on track even when we don't feel like it.